Okay, here we go. Hey, happy 4th of July, everybody. It's General Washington coming across the bay in New York. Easy, no? Whoa, easy. Whoa, whoa, put on the brakes. Woo. Hey, it's August 22nd here at the beginning of the Revolutionary War. If you want to know more about how God blesses America, you should study American history. Truly, from the beginning, God has had his hand on this nation. But for a storm, but for so many things, everything would be different. One of my greatest sources for stories, and if I can dry my hands, is right over here. It's a book called The Light and the Glory by Peter Marshall. Actual stories and answers to prayer taken from the journals of our founding fathers. Oh, there's many great stories. Several of them had to do with boats, like the one I was just on. August 22nd, 15,000 British troops got off in New York. They surrounded Washington's fledgling army. He only had 5,000 men and just got 3,000 more with no experience. The 15,000 British that got off their boats joined 5,000 professional Hessians, the German professional soldiers. The attack went on for the next 5 days, and over the Americans were getting decimated. Washington looked through his telescope and commented on the bravery of his men and thought they were about to be absolutely slaughtered. And then it says he came up with a plan. Well, it was more of a gamble, says the writer, dependent on so many unlikely intangibles that it hardly deserved to be called a plan. But, said Washington, it was better than suicide. He decided to get all 8,000 men off his island at night to go across the bay, a 1-mile trip, 2 miles round trip, through a storm. Well, it just happened that the latest group to join his army were professional oarsmen from Massachusetts. And they rowed back and forth throughout the night because of the storm. They couldn't use the sails because they were flapping and it was dangerous. They had to be real quiet when they put their oars in because they didn't want the British to hear. The British were only 30 yards away. And throughout the night, they were getting the men off. Similar, if you saw the movie Dunkirk, the great escape of all the soldiers in World War II, Washington did it in the Revolutionary War. And then dawn came and there were still several troops left to go. And they thought, oh my goodness, they're going to see us, they're going to see us. And suddenly it says in the writings of one of the guys, Major Talmadge, that a dense fog rose up out of the ground and over the water and hovered right where they were. And one by one, the last of the men got in the little boats, the small boats, and made it across the bay. The last one to leave was General Washington. It's an amazing story of escape and God's grace. It says here, thanks to a storm, a wind, a fog, and too many other coincidences, there was still a Continental Army to fight. Today's word is about the faith of our fathers. We want to honor our fathers and family, but also honor our fathers, those who served in the war, those who founded this country on such great principles of faith in an almighty God that controls the winds and the waves. Be encouraged today, and please, Lord, please, God, bless America. More tomorrow. God bless.